Let's keep it going. We're going to talk about unboxing ourselves. Don't get boxed in. Even though the first video of the series, we put ourselves in the box. Let's get out of it, which we've been doing. Last couple videos we started. Well, the subject of everything here is the key of D major scale, right? Links below, and there's probably a card up top somewhere that's going to show you the other videos we did. I'll get that right. And the thing is, when you do it over and over again, you're actually training your ear to hear what that major scale sounds like. And look, I'm going to throw a couple brown notes in there. Well, we'll do it right. Throw some brown notes in there. Your ear is going to start to pick up what doesn't quite fit. So we've gone over again. We started here in this position. We doubled it up here. We went this way. We came up here again. Let's keep it all on one string. So using this position here, we're going to use this as our starting point. There's my D right there. That's my root. I can end it there. I can go back. Or I can go, there's my root. Let's do the scale this way now. So if you see what we did there, we took it, basically just kept those same notes, and we went across the, or down. I don't say across. I think of across this way, but we went from end to end on the fretboard basically. The great thing about that particular that shape, that's of the major scale, or any scale really, but that way we looked at it that way, you can now see the distance between the notes. When you're in these positions, you don't quite see the distance between the notes and the root. That's what makes up the intervals. Root to the second, root to the major third, root to the perfect fourth, root to the fifth, right there. Again, I get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So again, intervals all relation to your root. So, if I just play notes, it doesn't mean anything. But if I know that this is my starting point, that's my second, my major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, my sixth, excuse me, and my seventh. So now you can see the distance between the notes. So now you've got a fourth, I guess the fourth way to kind of play that major scale with getting out of that. So you're not getting boxed in, you're getting out of that box like we're always kind of, and there's nothing wrong with learning the scales and those box shapes. That's how you kind of get used to learning the fretboard. Cool, but after a while you want to do something different. You want to kind of sound more musical. I think the scales on those linear scales on one string really can sound really, really good when you hit the right note. Again, so really simple, that particular one to get out of it. So if we put it all together, if I was to kind of just jam using those positions, all of a sudden it's going to start sounding more musical. You've got different areas to work with, different octaves to work with. You're using the same 7 notes. That's it. So even though, and I remember years ago, whatever it was, Keith Richards, talking about the guitar, and he kind of just said, you got 12 this way, 6 this way, it's whatever you do with it. So that's a total of 72 notes, if my math is correct, from open to 11, and then 12, everything starts to repeat, and you've got all this again. So, a lot of notes, right? Is my math correct? 12 times 6, that's 72, yeah. So, but how you make those notes are kind of, and again, it's what Eddie Van Halen said. He goes, you've got 12 notes when you count all your flats and sharps in there. He goes, however you make it is what you make it. So we only got 7 notes to worry about. And however you make it is how you make it. But we're getting outside these these shapes now. So let's go over the shapes one more time. I know you want me to bore you with that. There's one. There's the other one. It's the second one, I guess. We've done this one, the third one. All right. Here's that fifth one. Am I counting even fourth one? Whatever number we're on. Right, and then you got the linear one. So again, starting here for the first one, as well as the second one, right? All right. We're going to go up to this one. We're going to do this one. And then we'll go linear. So in all those positions now, you're covering 7 notes, the entire fretboard. So, you want to hang here. So you kind of just jam everywhere you want there if you know where everything is. And again, once you get comfortable with this, try with a different key. It's up to you. I mean, personally, when I'm learning stuff and trying different things, I tend to be in G, but because of where I wanted to go, I tend to do the key of D for this one. Key of G is great. Key of C, whatever works for you. But just memorize those patterns, but you got to realize you're going to run out of room somewhere eventually, depending on what key you're in. D gave me the most bang for my buck, so to speak, with just all the places I needed to be. If I did the key of G, G kind of works too, right? So different areas, different keys, try it different ways, but that's kind of several ways to get out of that one box you might be stuck in. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I know I kind of went pretty fast, but I wanted to kind of get through it without dragging it either. So, but just remember your intervals, memorize these patterns, and then you can pick them up. As long as you know where this shape is, that first major scale box we're learning, and you can pick it up, just remember how we got to the other ones and go from there. All right? Good seeing you. We'll see you down the road. Later.